And this episode is sponsored by Truebill. Truebill is an all-in-one finance platform that helps you save more and spend less. The personal finance manager allows you to manage subscriptions, lower bills, monitor your credit score, and build your savings all in one place. This is an absolute must-have in my life. It helps me manage my finances and save money by giving me more visibility to my spending habits, which admittedly aren't always the best. Truebill safely and securely identifies recurring charges and cancels unwanted subscriptions for you with just a tap. You never have to get on the phone or try to hunt down the cancel button. Truebill does all the hard work for you. It can even help lower your bills simply by uploading a photo and tapping a button. Truebill can negotiate your bills for you, from internet service bills to cable and phone bills. And we all know how important your credit score is. With complete access to your credit reports and history, Truebill alerts you of important changes that impact your score and offer insights on ways to improve it. So get started with Truebill today for free by heading to truebill.com/makeithappen or by clicking the link in the video description. That's truebill.com/makeithappen. What's up, guys? Welcome back. If you're on your weight loss journey and you're trying a low carb diet but you don't want to sacrifice flavor, then this one's for you. Today I'll be showing you how to make keto jambalaya. But before we do that, please take a quick second to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit that bell to enable notifications as well. All right, guys, meet me in the kitchen. Let's make it happen. This recipe comes together super quick. Here's all the ingredients that you're gonna need. Basically a one-pot meal. You can make it in less than 30 minutes. And I'm gonna show you guys how to transform this boring cauliflower rice into something special. This recipe is absolutely packed with flavor, protein, and tons of veggies. As you can see here, we got some roasted chicken, we got some shrimp, we got some andouille sausage, and tons of vegetables. So we're gonna go ahead and prep our vegetables now. I'm gonna prep a red and a green bell pepper, mostly for presentation purposes. I like the colors that both of these peppers bring to the table. We're just gonna chop around these stems and the seeds and get rid of those, leaving behind all the good stuff. We're just gonna cut that up into bite-sized pieces. No right or wrong way to do this, guys. Just make sure your knife is nice and sharp and you protect your fingers. You do wanna make sure that all your veggies are about the same size. That way they cook at the same rate. You don't wanna have some peppers to be raw and some peppers to be mushy. So if they're all the same size, they should cook at about the same time. We're gonna prep our celery as well. We have the Cajun Trinity, which is bell pepper, onion, and celery. We're just gonna give that a nice rough chop also. And then once we get our celery and our bell pepper done, it's time to go ahead and prep the onion. We got one whole yellow onion. There we go, got that looking good. And now, my friends, it's time to add a little spice to the party. This is totally optional, but I do like to add a jalapeno to the mix. Think of that as the Cajun Trinity's +1 to the party. I like to remove the seeds though, because I'm kind of a punk. I don't want it to be too hot, and that's where a lot of the spice is. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of those and then dice up that jalapeno pepper. Again, the same size as the rest of our vegetables. There we go. If you like it super spicy, you can leave the seeds in there, or you can use 2 or 3 jalapenos, totally up to you. And now it's time to prep our meat. We have our andouille sausage. For the pork patrol out there, you can use chicken or turkey andouille sausage. You can find that at most grocery stores. They even have beef as well. This right here is pork though, because you guys know how I get down. But go ahead and chop those up into bite-sized pieces. And then we're gonna shred up our chicken. You can use some leftover chicken from the night before, or you can use a rotisserie chicken. Totally up to you. Use whatever you got in the fridge. This is one of those recipes where you can get rid of a lot of leftovers before they go bad. So we have some leftover chicken. We're gonna remove the skin and the bones and the cartilage, leaving behind all the delicious chicken meat. Dark meat works great for this recipe because it doesn't dry out as quickly as chicken breast, but if you have some chicken breast, you can use that as well. Just again, remove all the skin, bone, and cartilage. Then we're gonna chop the chicken meat up into bite-sized pieces. This is about 2 leg quarters worth of chicken, probably 2 to 3 cups in total. As always, guys, all the specific measurements and ingredients are provided for you in the description box below, so don't forget to check that out. And now, my friends, it's time to get to cooking. We're gonna heat our skillet over medium heat, add a tablespoon or 2 of butter and some avocado oil for the high smoke point. The butter's gonna bring the flavor, and the avocado oil is gonna prevent the butter from burning. Next, we're gonna add our andouille sausage, 1 pound in total, and we're just looking to develop some color now. The goal here is to brown the sausage and allow some of that fat and flavor to render from the sausage into the bottom of our skillet. That's gonna help flavor the rest of the dish before we add in those veggies. And once the sausage is nice and brown and it's rendered some of that fat, we're gonna take a slotted spoon and remove the sausage for a few minutes. And at this point, it's time to go ahead and cook your Cajun Trinity plus their +1, which is the jalapeno pepper. We just wanna sweat these veggies down until they get nice and tender, allow them to absorb all that delicious flavor at the bottom of the skillet. We're gonna go in with some oregano here. You can use fresh or dried. Dried works good for me. We're also gonna use some ground thyme also. Again, you can use fresh thyme if you want to, doesn't really matter. And then I'm gonna hit this with a little bit of my hot AP seasoning. This has a little cayenne, a little jalapeno powder, We're gonna go in with some Cajun seasoning because we are making jambalaya here. And now, my friends, we have the reduced sodium version of the chicken base from Better Than Bouillon. This is gonna cut back on the sodium a little bit. We're gonna add about a teaspoon or so of that. Give that a mix to combine. Another quick reminder, guys, that all the specific measurements and ingredients are provided for you in the description box below. Once we've sweated those veggies down and they've gotten nice and tender, we're gonna go in with 1 teaspoon of garlic paste and 1 heaping tablespoon of tomato paste. You wanna get in there with your spatula, mix to combine, still working over medium, maybe even medium-low heat at this point. And once you have everything well combined, it's time to go in with our liquid products. We got some diced tomatoes that we're gonna add here in just a second. We're also gonna add just a splash of chicken broth to kind of deglaze the pan a little bit. Here goes our can of diced tomatoes. We're adding about 3/4 of the can there. And then here is our chicken broth. Again, just to deglaze the pan a bit, get all that fond up off the bottom of the skillet to make sure all that flavor is involved in our jambalaya. There we go, put your spatula to work. We're gonna increase the heat here to kind of reduce that a bit. Then we're gonna go in with our chicken and our andouille sausage. You wanna give that a mix to combine, and then we're gonna add our frozen cauliflower that we cooked in the microwave first. That way it starts to get kind of tender. If there's any excess water on the cauliflower, you do wanna drain that off with a paper towel because you don't want this to be too soupy. So here we go with the cauliflower rice. We're gonna add that to the party, give that a good mix, and I'm telling you guys, this is gonna be the absolute best cauliflower rice you've ever had in your life. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm excited to give you guys a few more keto or low carb options. We can also do some other diet options as well. I'm gonna hit this with a little smoked paprika to bring some smokiness to the party along with that andouille sausage. And I'm gonna hit it with my all-purpose seasoning a little bit more. You wanna season this to taste. Cauliflower rice by itself is pretty bland, guys. So when you add that much cauliflower to this, you're gonna wanna season it and adjust it to your preference. So as always, taste as you go and adjust the seasoning to your preference. And now, my friends, the shrimp is about to arrive to the party late. We're gonna hit them with a little seasoning, and then we're gonna add them to the top and allow them to steam. Let the residual heat in the skillet cook the shrimp through. You don't wanna add them too early because then the shrimps could be overcooked and rubbery. So you wanna add them right at the end, give them about 10 to 12 minutes and they'll be fully cooked. Say it with me, guys, looking good. You wanna stir that around, ensure that everything is fully cooked. The shrimp is done at 145 degrees internal temperature. You wanna make sure your veggies are nice and tender. I like mine to have a little bit of a bite to them, but it's totally up to you. We're gonna hit this with a little fresh chopped parsley because why the hell not? And now it's time to plate this up. Brace yourself for a trademark money shot. A little bit more parsley for the pop of color. And now, my friends, it's time to dig in. I got a spoon today. Gotta have a little bit of that shrimp. Come on now, we're going for the perfect bite. And that, my friends, is a spoon drop recipe. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell to enable notifications. And as always, thank you for your support.